Hey everyone, Robbie the Painter here, and today I'd like to share with you an outdoor project I've been working on. One of the reasons, if you guys remember, I said I hadn't been doing very many painting videos lately is because I had some other projects I was working on, and I wanted to share with you one of those projects. I've been building a fence, and the reason I'm building the fence is last year the property next to me became available to buy. It's 25 by 100 and I couldn't pass it up. It was a good price, so I bought it. Here's my original fence. It's chain link, and then over here you can see the new fence that I built. And I was going to stop there for now, but then I found out that the lot behind me was just sold to a guy, and he plans on building a 2-story house right there. So I have no choice now. I need to keep building the fence. I need to start here and go all the way down. And that chain link has to be removed. I've got power out here. I've got my saw, got a compressor, got my metal cutting tools to take out the chain link, and it's time to get started. Now my air nailer was working in the beginning, and then it started jamming up, and I tried oiling it, and it just kept misfiring over and over and over again. So here I'm cutting out the chain link fence, and because I have dogs, I could only do a little bit of fence at a time. I'd peel back and cut out the chain link and then build some fence. And then I'd stop for the day and attach the chain link to the redwood fence wherever I stopped. It's actually red cedar. I started with redwood, but it became too expensive. So I switched over to the cedar fence. I'm still using the air nailer, making some saw cuts. So the fence is 6 foot tall. I'm about 5'10", although after my back surgery, I think I'm probably closer to 5'9.5" now. I think I lost a half inch. Now I'm screwing in the boards. It just became quicker and easier to, which I plan on screwing them in anyway. I was using my air nailer just to tack them in place. And this is how you keep your board straight. You use one board that's your guide, and then you attach the other end of the string to a control board, a board that's been measured at 6 feet. And then you tighten up your string line, and you make sure all your boards touch the bottom of that string line. And I try to line up my screws across from each other. You could do a string line and get your screws all at the same level. Try to get them lined up like that. But every now and then you have a situation where you can't get your screws in. You have knot holes like these two. And so you have to put your screw in below that or above it. Otherwise you can split the board or break your screw off, so you want to avoid those knot holes. And here I'm just continuing to measure and cut where I need to, line up the boards with the bottom of that string line. And I'm almost over to where the string line ends, and so what you'll do is detach the string from the other end and use that last board as your starter board. And here I'm marking off the post because those need to be cut. I cut them all off at 65 inches. You can do it at any height, but you want to make sure they're tall enough, but they're not seen over the fence. And here I'm just cutting the next group of boards. Looks like I've got my string line attached for the next section over to the next post, set at 6 feet. And of course, I'll have to cut the top of that post off when I get over there. I don't have sawhorses, and I know some of you out there are like, Rob, just build some. Well, I will. But when I get an idea to start a project, I use whatever is available, and I'm using a chair out of my music studio to hold my miter saw. And here I'm putting in the last couple of boards before I have to move the string again. And I use my level every couple of boards just to check this, make sure the boards are level. I have to cut the chain link fence here. I've got my Sawzall with a metal cutting blade on it. And the posts for the chain link are set in concrete, and I started to dig up the first couple and it was just too much work. So I dig a little hole, go down to where the concrete starts, and I just cut the post off and then cover up the holes. And that's the end of the video footage. I have some still shots. There's where I was cutting that post off down there, and you can see there's north and east to give you a reference. And then I didn't show you how I dug the holes, but I used an auger and dug the holes and set the post down in there. There they are once they're in concrete, and that's looking down towards my neighbor's house, the pinkish house there. And there I've got the corner set, so that's the corner of my property. And I let them park their trailer on my lot for a little bit. Now there's after I've got it stained, and that's looking all the way down towards that pink house. So, and here's from the opposite direction. That's looking back towards my house. And that big green water tank that's there, which I just recently moved. And there's down the side of the trailer that they have parked towards my street, and I've got that finished. Thank you guys so much for watching along, and I will see you on the next episode. Might be a painting episode, could be a handyman episode. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Whatever, Bobby.